the better life of your aspirations. And you have to also have an almost transcendent self. You have to have an almost transcendent sense of some other force at play that has your best interest at heart, such that if your heart is true and you are truly engaged in the process of trying to align your actions with your values, and you have excavated your soul and done the interior work to try to really get honest with yourself, and you're earnest in that regard, I do believe that the universe will at some point conspire to support you. That's why we love personal stories. We love hearing stories of people who met a certain fate and figured out how to rebuild their life. I think there is something infectious about that does give people hope for themselves. But I think you're correct. When you look in the rearview mirror, everything looks like it lined up perfectly to create this situation where I'm sitting across from you right now. But I can tell you, as somebody who has weathered more than a few large personal changes in my life, it is a very confusing, protracted time, and it takes a lot longer than people realize. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of judgment from other people. If you're breaking outside of a social expectation or a familial expectation, if you're trying something new, your peers, your friends are going to look at you a little bit differently. Perhaps they're not going to be as supportive as you might have expected. So there's a loneliness, I think, that is part of it as well. And I think with that is this testing process around your level of willingness, around your level of trust in yourself. And it's like being burned in a cauldron. Like I've said many times, like, if you're going to be a phoenix, you have to burn first. And I don't know if there's an end run around that burning process, because that is the process that, creates the new version of yourself. It's almost mandatory that one goes through their version of that. So I've been tested financially, emotionally, mentally, physically. And I think I'm wired for it as a result of my background, the way I was raised, my experiences in swimming. I feel like I'm well equipped to kind of handle that, but I've been brought to my knees more than once. And I can tell you, in those moments, all you feel is fear and this overpowering impulse to retreat back to what you know. And it is in those moments, those are the moments of truth.